Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, November 8th. We're looking at Window Traders Market Profile of SPY, IWM, and Triple Qs. So the Russell and the Dow hit all-time highs today. But after the Russell hit an all-time high, look what they did. Right? 6 or 6 wide up here. Spent the whole afternoon down here and actually went out with a price probe to the downside. They missed their 9 wide POC from Friday. But they had higher value most of the day, ends up overlapping to higher. And they end with J is an afternoon rally high. They did have a price probe, K is low, and the day's high and low. Triple Qs, 12 out of 13 wide. That's all they had on the day. And for us, they tried early in the day. They failed to get a new high. We end 10 wide. We go out with an afternoon rally high, K and L, same price. And we end 10 wide, and we have an inside day. So does Triple Qs. Now, Triple Qs traded at their lower end of Friday's range all day. We traded at our upper end all day for the most part from Friday's range. But we both have inside days, so tomorrow you will treat that as such, and when you come out of it, you go with it, and you monitor it for continuation or lack of. Had a good day today. Not a lot of trading, but it was a good day. In A period, I took a short. I tried to take a short. I wanted to take a short if we got near A's high. I didn't think we'd take out the weekly high and the all-time high right away. Never got there, didn't take it right away. Got below the opening, came back up, took a short against the opening, both in A and in B. 471 puts, and both times they worked out. D period, we were one time framing down, but getting no tempo whatsoever. So when D made a new low, I got long the 467 calls and rolled those back up. I did the same thing in E. There was no tempo, no volume. Now, I didn't do it in F. Did not do it in F. F got a little more tempo, a little more volume. I just watched it. I didn't do anything. So I was having a pretty good day. And then I said I'm looking for an afternoon rally high possibly. And I got it. Started small, right below D and E's high. Added a nice chunk right at J's high and worked them back as we came down. Didn't get quite, it got to I's POC at the time. It didn't get back down to where I thought we could, where we had lowered it earlier. But that was my best trade of the day by far. I had a 90 puts of the 471s. So I did all 471 puts for the 3 shorts, and I did 467 calls for the 2 longs I did today. There was no tempo. There was no volume. There was no nothing. Inside day, unchanged value, horrible volume. That's what we get. But it did give us some decent opportunities. And tomorrow, hopefully when we come out of the inside day, it should give a very good opportunity. As far as destinations for tomorrow, upside, we have 469.13. That's our 10 wide point of control from today, which is eyes high. Then we have, see, now they're showing 11 wide here, but that's N. I do not count N, so my point of control is eyes high. Then we have the afternoon rally high, 469.48, K and L, which is poor. Today's high, 470.23, and then the weekly high, all-time high, 470.65. For the downside, we have nothing till today's low, 468.20, 466.92, which is Friday's low, and a poor low. And I gave you everything else Friday night all the way down, so I hope you wrote them down. I'm not going to give them again. So what are we going to be looking for tomorrow before I get to the charts? Because on the profile, it's easier to see. Well, here we go. Now, the daily is still one-time framing up. This does not stop it. But you can call it balance. You can call it up to balance. Since we're one-time framing up for 7 days, I'll probably call it up to balance. So if we take out today's high, well, then I certainly think we should take out the all-time high. So you go with the long, monitor it for continuation or lack of. Well, continuation to me would mean taking out the all-time high and not looking back and not getting back to today's high. Remember, there's another price vacuum above us if they get above it. On the flip side, if we take out today's low, well, you're still in balance. You're coming out of an inside day. Now you have a little bit of a road to travel. Right? Today's low is 468.20, so you have $1.28 to get to Friday's low. But still, you can take a short play because your value would be at least overlapping to lower and see if we get at least to Friday's low. If you get acceptance back inside today's range, out of the trade. If you do get a nice push and get acceptance, keyword, acceptance below Friday's low, well, you know what you're going to have? 2 full days of longs trapped. So they might start getting out. A very wide POC, which is a great target, and shorts piling in. So that's where your inside day down could get a vacuum too and good acceleration. So it really paints a nice picture for what we should look for on both sides of the market tomorrow. And then quickly on the charts. Now, I fully expect to probably open inside of today's range. Now, Powell's speaking at 9 a.m. again tomorrow. So unless he says something, I wouldn't doubt if we open inside of balance before we come out of the inside day. Monthly is up. We had an outside month up last month. This month is higher. Weekly is one time framing up for 4 weeks. We're not counting this week yet. And the daily is one time framing up technically for 8 days because you do not stop the one-time framing with an inside day. But you can call it up to balance, which is what I would probably do. Volume, another huge factor again in the bigger picture, only 46 million. So again, when we do decide to wipe a lot of this out, that's going to be a big reason because there was poor structure, no big boys buying this because it was just short-term day traders. So that's why coming out of an inside day tomorrow just might provide some catalyst to the downside if we're able to take out Friday's low. I hope you had a good day trading. Come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org. Have a lovely evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.